Hey folks, welcome back. So once again, I have a message coming through that I can't ignore. Something from today's frequency from the piano key C1 and the constellation Vela. Vela is the constellation of the sails. So the root word in Vela is the same as the root word in veil. It's a cloth. A veil is a cloth that you put over something to cover it. And vela is a cloth or a piece of fabric used as a ship's sail. And we also have the word unveiling. So all these, I love studying the etymology of all these words and seeing how they link up. So the message today from Vela, it's about the role of sails on a sailing boat. Sails catch the wind and get you where you want to go. It's about what energizes us or motivates us, what gives us the drive and enthusiasm and energy to carry through with the things we want to do. And you need to have both wind and sails. What we often find ourselves doing is complaining making the equivalent complaint that there isn't enough wind. And what my guides are telling me is we're focusing on the wrong thing. The wind is the part of the equation that we don't directly control, but the sails are the part that is under our control. And what most of us have is the equivalent of sails that have lots of holes in them. You have a job to do, which is mending your sails, getting them to be strong and intact so that they can do their best job at catching the wind for you. So it's interesting to split this out into the parts you can control that are part of your agency, the sails, and the parts that you don't control, which is the external forces, the winds. So, I mean, this isn't a new idea to clean up things when you are leaking energy in any way. What my guides have told me is that today is going to, not just today, but today and the upcoming few days is a particularly strong opportunity to become aware of where you might be leaking energy, where there might be holes in your sails, and at the same time, the tool you need for repair, the means of repairing these things will also just fall into your hands. So this is a great time to clean up a bit. If you take care of the biggest energy leak, the biggest rip in your sails, you can really make better speed going forward. And then the next things that you need to repair are easier to do because you're already on a better footing than you were. So what I'm going to do is draw a couple of oracle cards and see if they can bring through a message that gives us a little more clarity. Okay, I have two cards. And this first card is rock, or endurance. So that's interesting. And the other card is air and motion. Obviously, air and motion is already the setup for the metaphor of sails that we were talking about. The motion of air puts you in motion on your ship and you get where you're going. Rock would seem to be the opposite. The opposite energy. Rock is the thing that's not moving. But there are parts of you that are solid and unchanging, and these are the strengths that give you leverage to make changes in other areas. So you want to start from your area of strength, from the things that are unchanging, the things that you know you don't need to change. Okay, Coral Crown is the name of this card. You want to forgive yourself and others, freeing yourself from the burdens of your past. So this is about forgiveness and letting go. So things that you're holding on to, and I don't think this is probably not a literal grievance against a person. There are other things that follow this same pattern that can definitely leak your energy in a way that slows you down or bogs you down more than you realize. It might be time to recognize that doesn't belong anymore, that's bogging you down, and it's time to let it go. Okay, this card is Foggy Bog. And the key word here is patience. We might need to wait to see the results. So if you take the metaphor of the sails, you can get your sails repaired, but there might not be wind at that moment. So if you do your cleanup work and it doesn't immediately change everything, don't just think that you did it wrong. But later, when the conditions are right, when the winds are right, you suddenly see that you are reaping the benefits of the things you did. So let me just check in with my spirits and see if there's anything else they want to tell us. The word integrity is showing up. So integrity, it means doing what you say you're going to do, but it also means that something physically is intact. This is like a sail that doesn't have holes in it. That would be a physical, literal form of integrity. But where you're losing integrity is where you are not honoring yourself, where you're not choosing yourself or not giving importance to your own experiences or beliefs or desires. So look for those situations or places where you have just assumed you can't get what you want, or you can't follow your values, or you can't give yourself the same importance that you give other people. Those unconscious assumptions, their time is up. It's time to notice them, look at them, and change the way you do things. So once again, this time frame is powerful for finding any of these lapses and repairing them. My spirits are telling me the means of repair are going to just fall into your hands, and it will be easier than you think is possible. So definitely take this time frame, watch for those opportunities, for those lessons, and take advantage of them. All right, thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.